What is going on, folks? I'm Goat. Welcome back to Warframe. So we're into the great weapons. The great Coda weapons. Now, this is, you gotta understand that this comes from the point of an adversarial weapon and not weighing against what the hell an incarnate weapon does, because that is very, very, very different. Incarnate weapons are the creme de la creme of what is going on in Warframe. They are just that fucking good. Almost all of the incarnate weapons. There's a few of them that are kind of meh, but even the meh ones are pretty fucking powerful. When it comes to adversarial weapons, though, you kind of have to weigh them for what they are, right? So you got Kuva weapons, Tenet weapons, now Coda weapons. But weighing them against each other is where things get very interesting, and that's where you find the best of the best, both in function against each other and what the fuck they do against other, adversarial weapons. Starting with the Coda Base Assist. Now, the Coda Base Assist is basically a really pissed off Helminth boombox. And the build with... oh my god. No Riven. Thank you. I just equipped it, so... my second config has been the no Riven. So, no Riven... let me just back out so you can actually see the damn stats. No Riven, and we're talking about a magnetic progenitor, which is fine, because it's just going to help trigger Savvy anyway. And that's how it came out, was with magnetic. So we've got heat, radiation, corrosive, magnetic, and blast damage from this fucking thing. And with this particular build, plus Crux, which, because of the projectile being a very archiplasmor type of projectile, getting headshots with this thing is not difficult. Its ammo pool is the problem, right? So if you can avoid the problem of the ammo pool, you start getting into the point of going, hey, primary Crux takes care of that, plus helps just add even more status damage. So, and in lieu of my Riven, Shotgun Elementalist is perfectly fine. More mag capacity is nothing to scoff at, and status damage on a status-based weapon is just really good. Now, it's a unique trait, and I'm gonna just give warning because of its ammo pool pickups, because you gotta understand, okay, when it comes to the ammo pool, this thing only picks up 15 rounds. Okay, so with Elementalist on here, the mag size is 38, and it's not even picking up half the mag size. Now, its normal magazine size, if I remember correctly, is 24 or 28. Excuse me. Either way, as you see, it's not picking up a lot, and shotgun ammo is, for some reason, hokey. So going for something like Crux to give you, basically a better functioning... I'm having word problems tonight. Sorry. Ammo efficiency. Giving yourself better ammo efficiency is just really, really a big bonus for this gun. Overall, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the best of the this is the best of the Coda weapons. Okay? No question about it. It's not like Miles as the best, but it's the best. It's alt function though, okay? It has two. One, you can basically throw a DOT impact and magnetic, so basically triggering more. So if you happen to do a valence bonus change with the little 20 plaque key, and put a different progenitor or put a different damage on there as a valence bonus, then the magnetic comes into play as a DOT. So it basically just trickles extra DOT because it's damage over time as listed in the unique trait. Its second alt function is, initially, this thing was really goofy because it would either yoink the enemy to you or it would pull you to the enemy. Now it just pulls you to the enemy. But it basically mercy kills an enemy who's ready for it, and you'll see the reticle going from what just looks like a big mouth with some teeth to fangs. So, I mean, like, just for example, we're just going to shoot them in the fucking head. They don't like it at all. Like the status, see, right there, see, blink. That's the mercy kill. The other one, I really wouldn't recommend using, because first of all, everything's gonna fucking die anyway, so there's really not much need for it. Look. All the different damages that you're doing, just fuck these bitches up. And the further away you get, the better you are, because honestly, that bullet size just gets bigger. And it sounds like dubstep whenever you fire it. Like, how do you get mad at this? You'll notice, though, with Crux on there, it shows I only use 7 rounds. It's a good time. So, Coda Base Assist. Goddamn good. Next one. Dual Coda Torxica. Now, these are probably, I mean, it's hard to put this into the same category as something like the dual toxicist, okay? Its function is kind of similar, but not, okay? Because this thing basically throws out like these little pocks of cold damage, and it spreads it around as vulnerability, right? I mean, like it says there, get the job done right with a pair of flinging terror tools. Inflicts a spore that spreads to a nearby enemy on death, causing cold status effect and increased vulnerability damage from the Torska. So it's not like you can switch weapons and it's going to work the same way. So, like the dual toxicist, it spreads the cooties around and helps damage enemies. Unlike the dual toxicist, it's not quite as powerful. These are pretty good though. I've actually been running them on quite a few different frames. It's been a good time. So yes, I did do the valence override. I went with heat. I think these were magnetic or radiation. I don't remember now. And funny enough, I've been running corrosive heat. Now you would think that would be a little silly, but you know, again, I've been running them on lava, so I mean, you can kind of build to whatever damage type suits your purposes. Yeah, no, these are a good time. Again, status based, running secondary innervate. These things just kill. That's just what they do. They have a good time doing it too. So basically, just shoot them and just fucking kill them, man. I mean, like initially, the initial setup's a little weak, as you would expect, and then you'll see the reticle will change by the afflicted people. You'll get these weird little things, and as Enervate really gets going and the spores start spreading around, these little bastards just get fucking after it, and they start getting jiggy with it. Like I said, hard to make the comparison to the dual toxicist because the dual toxicist just absolutely murders this entire fucking set of people very, very quickly. Like, don't need to shoot them in the fucking face because that damage vulnerability really does just kind of work in, and secondary innervate is obviously doing its thing and just murdering the fuck out of these things. And again, take into account, these are, you know, level 230 heavy gunners, you know, that are very, very highly armored. So, you know, the fact that I'm mowing through them with like 2.5 mags with a set of pistols, pretty good. Now, a surprise. I don't know how the hell this weapon was chosen to be in the Coda system. Kind of slept on in some ways, but ever since Melee Influence came out, not so much. The Coda Cost Assist. So the Cost Assist is already a really good fucking weapon. The moment Melee Influence came out, this thing just really woke the fuck up, because the Cost Assist as a scythe was a really good priming corrosive damage priming weapon anyway. So doing like corrosive gas builds with this thing was really fun. Corrosive viral builds was really fun. And then Melee Influence came out, and doing corrosive electric builds is just ridiculous. So as long as I hit the group properly, we'll be just fine. But this is the build. Like, I have this build, which is fine. Hell, I'll show this build. Okay? We'll completely take the critical multiplier out of this. Okay? We'll completely keep the critical multiplier out of this, because guess what? We're going to get critical damage from that anyway. It ain't going to matter. They're going to die. I've tested out a few different builds. Both work just fine. Okay? We'll stick with this build. Just because I know some person always ends up questioning it. It's a monstrosity. How the Cost Assist got figured into being, hey, this weapon's, you know, it needs a buff. It's kind of like the Kuva Heck. Like the Heck and the Vacor Heck, it's just fine. Right? And then they're like, let's add a Kuva version in there, give it an all fire. Cool. So yeah, Coda Cost Assist is just, it's great. It's fucking great. It's not the most OP thing in the game, but it fucking kills exceptionally well. So now we're gonna go to another one. I can't understand. There's two more in here that I 100% cannot understand how in the hell they made it into this list. But the next one is the Coda Sporothrix. And here, we'll even go with the booger view just because it looks like a boogie. I mean, the original version actually looked nastier than this. So the Coda Sporothrix, because Volatile Variant came out, and god damn it, there. because Volatile Variant came out, this really kind of changed the name of the game for this gun. This gun was just kind of an okay viral primer. Okay, that's really just what it was. And again, yes, I did do a valence override for heat damage. And again, primary crux is a sniper rifle. Makes 100% sense that you're going to want to shoot him in the fucking head anyway. You know, the Volatile Variant really woke this goddamn gun up. I did a video on this fucking gun and was savagely amazed with how good this thing got. And then we come into Rifle Elementalist and Semi-Rifle Cannonade, which have just even done better. And then you add Primary Crux into the mix, and this thing is really fucking stupid. Okay? Like, this thing is, it's almost annoyingly stupid how good it is. And the sad truth is like, this Augment mod has been in one Nightwave cycle, and I believe it was in Star Days, and almost everybody missed it. Look. The barbs spread. People start fucking dying, and the punch through from the mod is it's a thing. How we doing? I mean, like, yeah, look, we still have 4 bullets, and the whole fucking road just died. Here, how you doing? So they're getting status prime to death. Bitch, how are you still alive? Bye. Look, whole group. Hold on. I thought there was one still back there. So yeah, didn't even run out of a mag killing level 230 heavy gunners. Sporthic's pretty damn good. The other one that I cannot understand, and some people, like, people shit all over this gun, and I still to this day say that this thing gets shit on 100% because of its reload function. And its reload function got a buff with an augment, the Coda Catabolist. Now again, we're going to go to this. I mean, as you see, I took my Riven off and, you know, supplemented it with Galvanized Shot. It doesn't matter. Now, the AoE from the grenade does not work. Like, Galvanized Shot doesn't work for that, but they're going to be dead. So, it doesn't matter. Critical mutation. So, each kill increases critical chance and critical damage by 30% up to 300%. Reduced by 30% when fewer than 3 enemies are struck by a grenade explosion. Basically, what this means is that this thing has a magazine size of 37. When it runs out, you have to manually reload it. But the magazine is a fucking grenade, okay? So if you don't hit at least 3 enemies, the critical chance gets reduced. But the grenade, as long as you hit 3 enemies, is insanely powerful. Okay, like, it's ridiculously powerful. It's on a heat bonus of 45.5. The status on this, it's a complete status hose of death. I mean, like, as you can see, like, my Riven difference seems like this might be bad. It ain't. Okay? It's really not. So, we're just gonna go right back to the heavy gunners. Now, you tell me how the hell you just shit on this weapon. See, so look, we got a grenade, right? There's 3 enemies over here. Fuck them, they don't like it. Now, this thing was this good prior to secondary innervade. See, hold on, we need a crowd. Bye! You can shit on a gun all you want, but if the only thing that you don't like is the reload mechanic, you need to learn how to play the game a little better, because, I mean, this thing is dumb. Take secondary innervade off and literally just use secondary merciless. I'm not even doing headshots here, okay? And they're just melting. Go ahead, shit on it. Be my guest. You don't like the Catabolist, that's fine. I'm not saying that you need to. I'm just saying your head's broke if you don't think it's worth a shit. So the Coda Synapse is... So this is going to seem really counterproductive, or counterintuitive to what I'm about to show you. I look at the Coda Synapse like an absolute monstrous missed opportunity, but it also sits in a great category because it's a really good killing weapon. Most especially if you put it on Hydroid. Or Saren, honestly, but Hydroid's really good with this weapon. Hydroid buffs corrosive damage. Guess what this thing does? It has base corrosive. So Hydroid can armor strip like a motherfucker. So again, we're showing absolutely no Riven, workaround to what my Riven was doing, and adding a couple of things to kind of help buff the difference. Okay. It's got an electric bonus, which basically makes this thing a radiation viral corrosive. You can completely change that out. And like, I mean, here, you know what? We'll just throw that bitch on here right now. I don't give a shit. You can completely change this motherfucker out and turn it into heat. So yeah, it can be a heat viral corrosive weapon. Crux on this thing because it's a single target weapon. And this is where the missed opportunity is. The meta of the game as of late has been chaining weapons, i.e. the Torrid, the Tenet Galaxian, few other weapons. You know, the Kuva Nukor, the Atomos, the Kuva Nukor, the Tenet Cycron, all of these are chaining weapons. Why didn't they make this a chaining weapon? Why didn't they stick with their own meta? Or why not give it an alt fire, right? Like get 10 headshots since it's a single target weapon. Get like 5 or 10 headshots and you get like a blob alt fire of like corrosive damage that you can throw on enemies. I'd be fine with that. We decided not to do that though. Pretty much the one thing that is an absolute must on this weapon is this. Sinister Reach. However the fuck else you want to build this is fine. The beam length on this is not so great. With Sinister Reach, it is so much better. So, aside from that, you can build this thing however the fuck you want to, and it's going to kill the fuck out of some shit. Okay? But I just think that with them not putting any kind of realistic alternate function to this weapon, it's just a really buffed version of the original. That kind of says a lot, because, like, it just murders stuff. I mean, like, it has no problem killing the shit out of stuff. And I've seen some people just call this thing dog shit. And it's like, I understand. If you're bummed because it doesn't have, like, a chaining function, I can understand you being, you know, irritated and bummed about that and being like, man, why didn't they do this? That's cool. I get it. I just mowed down all these motherfuckers and never reloaded the gun, though. Thanks to Crux and its existence. It's hard to shit on something that works really fucking good, okay? And our final weapon of this 7-weapon fucking frenzy is, I have to say, something that is right up there in the range of the Serrata. And I know people say the Serrata shit. That's fine. You say whatever you want to say. It's right up in the range of being better than the Serrata and as good as the Zorus and the Glaive Prime. Okay? It's the Coda Path Assist. This thing is, here, hold on, let's not do the proto skin, let's show its boogery existence as it is. This is the Coda Zealoid Prelate Glaive. This thing is fucking good. Okay, the negative to this, and the reason why I guess I've kind of been a little judgy, is that all these weapons are Mastery 17. So the ones that I listed as bad, you have to be Mastery 17 to own a bad weapon. Now, they're still usable, right? Like, it's completely functional when I showed them as being the ugly, right? Because I didn't say they're bad. They're just like the ugly Coda, the not so great. And then the good ones. You still have to be Mastery 17 to own the good ones. So 3 melees and a secondary. And then we come into these great weapons. But you still got to be Mastery 17. The Base Assist, the Sporothrix, the Torxica, you know, the Catabolus, the Path Assist, the Cost Assist. These are all, you know, the Coda versions are all absolutely worthy of the Mastery rank. Albeit, I still think anything above Mastery 14 is a little excessive because, I mean, people are speedrunning the fuck out of this game anyway. Might as well just make the shit accessible. But this thing is really dumb. And yes, I'm going to change the build. Here is what I would normally run. Yes, there's an off-suited setup here because I have a ribbon for this fucking thing. I got lucky. I had like over 40 ribbons to crack, but I waited until all these weapons came out to figure out if I got any, and I got a Path Assist ribbon. This, by itself, electric damage, as you can see, valence bonus change. So, gonna have to, or wait until you get an electric bonus version. You definitely wanted to get this. Okay, this thing is fucking dumb. I mean, you got to do 5 Forma. Obviously, you have a fuck ton of points, so you can really modify the shit out of the build, but this is without my ribbon. This is really stupid. So, as long as you hit right in the middle of the fucking crowd, you're really gonna live? Are you kidding me right now? Blow up. This one bitch. There's always that one bitch, right? Like, I don't even have to throw it twice. Like, the procs just keep, like, stacking on each other. The little maggots are running around just like they did with the original Path Assist. You hit the crowd in the right spot, and it's a really, really good time. This thing, it just absolutely decimates fucking Steel Path missions. I mean, like, I hit that one in the front, for Christ's sake, because I bumped my joystick and they all still died. This thing is really fucking good. So, like, the weapons I would 100% say go for without augments. Because the Sporthrix and the Catabolist really kind of live and die by the... the Catabolist not so much. Catabolist is better with its augment. But if you have secondary innervate, you can get by without it. The Sporthrix really, really does need the volatile variant augment. So without augments, right? The base assist, the dual Coda Torxica, excuse me, the Synapse, the Path Assist, and the Cost Assist. Hands down, if you get the right damage type that you want, because you ain't got a bunch of plat to sit there and do that valence change, or you get a good percentage and you're just going to change that valence bonus later, do not sleep on these, because these are insanely fucking good. So on that note, I'm going to say thanks for watching very much. Let me know what you think of these. I personally say that these 7 are the best of the 13 weapons that have released. Luckily, 2 of the 3 new weapons made it into my particular grade category, but again, everything is subjective. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, we'll catch you in the next one, all right?